Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and future members. An airline pilot was flying over the Tennessee mountains. He pointed out a lake to his co-pilot. "See that lake there?" he said. "When I was a kid, I used to sit in a rowboat and fish in that lake. Each time a plane flew overhead, I used to look up and wish I was flying it. But now, I look down and wish I were in a rowboat fishing." Contentment is an elusive pursuit. We always chase after something that we think will make us happy and discover that it doesn't. In fact, at times, we are happier before we even begin that quest. How do we ensure we live content, fulfilled lives? I'm sure much has been written and researched about this topic, but I will just list out a few that I think are important. The first thing is to give priority to close relationships. People who have a lot of supportive friends are most likely to live healthier lives than those who have few close friends. Men and women gain a lot by having a lot of close relationships with their parents and their spouses. Research has shown that people who live lonely lives tend to fall sick and die prematurely as compared to those who have feelings of love, connection, and community. It's important to nurture relationships. Surround yourselves with happy people. When you're in the company of people who are content, it lifts your mood. So by being happy, you actually give back something to people around you. Friends and families are there to celebrate your life's successes. They're also there when times are difficult. It's important to nurture those relationships. But these relationships can be built only by kind actions and words. Be very careful with criticism and be gracious about it too. Let people know that you appreciate having them in your life. The second thing is to take care of the soul. Many studies have shown that actively religious people are happier and cope better with crisis. For many people, faith provides support, and it also gives a sense of meaning to life. It's important for us to take time out frequently to be alone and contemplate on who we are, what life means, and where we are going. It helps to put everything in perspective. Third thing is to count your blessings. People who could pause each day to reflect on the positive aspects of their lives experience a sense of well-being. A lot of times, we are more focused on what other people have, and we think that we could be happier just if we had what they had, and we would enjoy life better. You only need to watch little children at a daycare to see what happens. The play area will be scattered with hundreds of toys. Little Scott can pick up whatever he wants, but he always wants that one toy that little Rob is playing with. It's almost as if we were born this way. Have you wondered about that? But instead, if we turn our eyes on ourselves and see how greatly each of us have been blessed, we'll be thankful for what we've been given. Develop an attitude of gratitude. Take time each day to think about things that have enriched your lives. Declutter your life. Owning more things will never fill that empty space in your heart. But the advertising industry wants us to believe that we can only be happier if we can own their product. And we often take that bait. The lack of contentment for us as a nation can be seen in our consumer debts. We're not happy to live within our means, so we go ahead and spend beyond what we can just to be a little more happier. One of the 10 commandments in the Bible states, thou shalt not covet. When I was a child, I thought, that's the last commandment, which means it's not so important. But couched in those 4 words is the timeless principle of true contentment. The last thing I want to leave you with is to live for the moment. Don't postpone joy for a day when you will be less busy or less stressful. That day may never come. But instead, try to enjoy the simple pleasures of every day. Take time to stop and smell the flowers. Don't let life pass you by. Ensure that you get what you want by appreciating what you have. I want to leave you with a little poem that I read, and it's written by a poet called Jason Lehman. It's called Present Tense. I read that he was only 14 when he wrote this, but he must have been wise beyond his years. Listen to this. Present Tense by Jason Lehman. It was spring, but it was summer I wanted. The warm days and the great outdoors. It was summer, but it was fall I wanted. The colorful leaves and the cool, dry air. It was fall, but it was winter I wanted. The beautiful snow and the joy of the holiday season. It was winter, but it was spring I wanted. The warmth and the blossoming of nature. I was a child, but it was adulthood I wanted. The freedom and respect. I was 20, but it was 30 I wanted. To be mature and sophisticated. I was middle-aged, but it was 20 I wanted. The youth and the free spirit. I was retired, but it was middle age I wanted. The presence of mind without limitations. My life was over, and I never got what I wanted. Let's close myself.